If you want to request a tutorial, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe with notifications, and tell me what character I should make next. Now, onto the tutorial. Hey guys, Blop here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a masked man from Squid Game. I'm going to be making the square one, but you can make the circle or triangle one. Now, onto the materials. The materials you will need are pink, black, and white fabric. You may want 3 types of black fabric just to differentiate the material, but if you don't have 3 different types, that's alright. You will also need scissors, pins and needles, stuffing, matching thread, a glue gun, and the 2 patterns found in the description. Now, onto the tutorial. First, cut out your human base pattern, and then you should have all of these pieces. First, sew the head and hairline pieces together along this edge, and then you will also sew up the dart at the top of the hairline piece. The finished result will look like this. Next up, sew up the darts on your bottom and top hair pieces, then they will look like this. After that, sew them together along this bottom curved edge. Now the pieces will look like this. If you want to sew in the back hair piece, cut out 2 of them and sew them together all the way around except for this curved edge. And then, before you sew in the bottom hair to the top hair, you're going to sew it in between them. Then, you're going to take the 2 pieces and sew them together, making sure that the top darts of the top hair pieces are aligned and the seam of the top and bottom hair seams are aligned. This is the sewn result. Now, along this straight edge of the bottom hair piece, you're going to take this straight edge of the chin piece and sew it into that on each side. Then, this is how it's going to look, with a hole in the bottom. Next, take your face piece and align the top dart with the seam of the top hair pieces. And then, once you have that aligned, you're going to sew the face piece on the front of the hair piece all the way around. If you have ears, you're going to take 2 ears and sew them together all the way around except for the straight edge. And then, to sew them into the face, put them right above where you sewed the chin in on the hair pieces. And then as you sew the face in, sew the ears in between the face and hair. I'm not making ears as they are not visible with the design of this character, but if you want them, you can add them. Flip it right side out and it will look like this. You can stuff it if you want to see how that would look, but that is not necessary as we need the head inside out. And now, onto the body. Next, take one of your arm pieces and fold it over itself like this. And then starting from this edge, sew all the way around the edge up to this point, where these 2 edges will join together. Now flip your arm right side out and stuff it and it will look like this. Then, place the open edge of the arm on the curved edge of the back piece. Next, take your front body piece and align its side edge with the curved edge of the back, making sure it's on top of the arm. And then sew the front body and the back piece together with the arm in the middle, so then once it's sewn together, it looks like this. And now, you're going to take the back pieces and sew their tops and bottoms together, making sure you leave a hole open in the middle, so then once it's done, it looks like this. Then take your waist and sew up the dart in the middle. Then fold it over itself and sew up this straight edge. This is how it will look. Then you can take your legs and sew them along themselves on this back edge. For the boots, take 2 of them and sew them together along the front and back edges, leaving the bottom and top open. Then take the sole piece and sew the sole into the bottom of the shoe. This is how it will look. And then you can take your leg and place it on top of the boot inside out like this, where the seam of the leg aligns with the back seam of the boot. Once they're aligned, you can sew them in all the way around. Now, flip it right side out and stuff it, and your legs will look like this. Now, with your legs positioned like this, place them a small distance away from the dart of the waist, and then sew them into the waist on this side. Now that the legs are sewn in, take your sole piece with the flat edge facing the front and sew it in on the bottom all the way around. Make sure that the front of the sole piece is aligned with the dart of the waist. Once it's sewn in, the bottom half of your body is finished. Next up, flip both your upper and lower body pieces inside out, and then stuff your legs through the bottom of your top body piece and out of the neck hole. Then, align the back stitches of the back pieces and the back of the waist and sew them together. And then, sew it together all the way around that edge. Then, once you've done that, this is your result. Now, take your head with it inside out and stuff the body into it. Make sure that the sides of your body are aligned with the seams of where the chin was sewn into the hair. Then, that the back of the hair is aligned with the top back of the body. And then sew it in all the way around, flip it right side out, and stuff it. Now, the finished base will look like this. Then, ladder stitch the back. Now that you've done that, onto the outfit. First, cut it out, and then sew up the darts of the hood pieces. And then once you've done that, sew them together along this curved edge. Now, once it's flipped right side out, it should look like this. You can put it on your plush to test it. Then with the sleeves, fold them over themselves and sew them along themselves on the straight edge. Now they will look like this. And then, along this open edge, you're going to sew them into this seam in the body part, making sure that you leave a hole open for the arms to slide through. This is how it will look. Making sure that there's a hole on each side. Then sew up the dart on the front. Now take your legs and fold them over themselves and sew them together along this edge. These will be the finished legs. Now sew them on each side of the dart of the jacket, making sure that they're the same distance away from that dart as the real legs are away from the dart of the waist. The legs will look like this. Make sure that you left a hole open in the bottom, and then sew your sole in all the way around, leaving that hole open. Now that the sole is sewn in, you're going to sew up the back sides together. Now that the back's sewn together, take the hood and align the seam of the hood with the seam of the back. And then sew the hood in as far as it can go on each side. It should reach about the front of each arm piece. Then, this is how it will look, and you can put it over your plush. Then, this will be the outfit. Next up, for the belt, all you're going to do is cut out a thin strip of black fabric and put it all the way around the waist and attach it in the back. I glued mine on, but you can sew it in. Then for the mask, take these two pieces and first make sure to add a black line on the bottom of the top one and straight down the bottom one, and then glue them together like this. You can also add your shape on top by ironing it on or gluing on a piece with felt. Then this will be the result. Then find a way to attach the mask to the face, either by sewing, gluing it in, or by adding a strap around the back. Then, once your mask is on, your plush is finished. If you made this plush or are planning to, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe with notifications, and tell me what character I should make next. That's it for this tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time.